Friends, I've been thinking we all have our strengths, right? There are things I'm great at and things I'm definitely not great at. I can talk to anyone, anywhere, but ask me to add something to a website or an app. Yeah, that's where things get a little messy. Oops, I love speaking. I love sharing stories. But social media, all those hashtags, algorithms, trends, that's a jungle I still haven't mapped out. Now, coming up with ideas that bring people together, that's my sweet spot. But bookkeeping, let's just say numbers, and I have agreed to stay in separate corners. And you know what? That's okay, because someone out there is good at those things. And when we work together, that's when the magic happens. Community Pay It Forward has never been about one person. It's a program built by many to support even more. Every single one of us brings something special to the table. We all have talents that make us strong on our own. But imagine how powerful we become when we combine them. That's the heart of Community Pay It Forward. Your skills, my skills, our hearts, working side by side to make a real difference. So tell me, what are you good at? Let's discover it together. Visit communitypayitforward.us and join the movement.
Warning, the brown cloud is approaching. Some will try to outrun it. Others may not be so lucky. But don't worry, it's all part of the fun at the Chili Cook-Off for books and board games. Where the chili is hot, the flavors are bold. And Bear E has your back with the official Brown Cloud Preparedness Kit. Follow the plan, know your exits, and whatever you do, hold your breath, because this temporary pain is all for a great cause. Join us, laugh with us, survive the brown cloud, together at Key Largo Lounge in Greeley.
Join us November 8th at 11 a.m. for the 10th annual Chili Cook-Off for books and board games at our home field, Key Largo Lounge, where our small market team is making a huge statement. Scan the code for tickets and sponsorship information.
Every day, someone in our community is facing a challenge they shouldn't have to face alone. Your business can change that. When you join the Community Pay It Forward family, your kindness becomes action, and your sales becomes hope. For as little as $20 a month, you help guide families, nonprofits, and neighbors from crisis to stability. One small step, one powerful mission, one community coming together. Join the family today. Visit the website or scan the code and become a business where people can shop with purpose and support with heart.
Hey, good morning, everyone. My name is Zach Clayton. Community Pay It Forward, the Come Together Compass, and PACT Podcasting Networks. Welcome to Monday. I hope that you had a wonderful weekend, and I hope that the start of your week is going well so far. I know it's fairly early, but, it's never too early to hopefully be starting out on a positive note, right? So, we've got a couple things going on. One, today is Gratitude in Motion Day. And we have a special going on with the Community Pay It Forward program. We really want to make sure that everybody is joining us as we reveal the new homepage this week. We want you and your company to come and join us while we also take and make the program easier to understand. And we're doing our best to get this movement working and get this movement going in a better direction. So the new homepage has got all of the the access to all of the partners right there on the first page. That way you don't have to go and look, dig around for them or anything. So it's a new way of doing things. We kind of took and did a little bit of homework. Z and I did, and we're going to continue to work on that. So we're asking people to also, topic number 2 here. Yes, it's going to be live, but we're going to ask you to beta test it for us. Take and mess around with it a little bit. Find areas that you would like to see improved and reach out to us and let us know, because we want to continue to grow this program. And you can get a hold of me by using my For My card, which is in the corner here. For My card is one of our wonderful giving partners, which means if you use my For My card to order your For My card, we get to donate to people in the community who need our help. Very simple. For My card gives us a referral award for sending business to them, just like all of our other business partners, including the 3 that you're going to be talking to a little bit later on in the show. And they give us a referral award for anybody that we send to them that closes business with them. We give away 70% of that referral to someone in the community that you, as the customer, choose. Now, the only caveat to that is they have to have asked us for help. And that is, as I state in the family networking here in a little bit, that's not because I want to be picky and choosy on who we support. This has to do with bylaws. And there are so many nonprofits out there that make the statements that they do not want outside solicitation, which means we cannot tell their story. We cannot raise money for them. So they have to talk to us. We have to get written permission for us to attempt to tell their story and put their logos on the website and help guide people to them. And then help them raise a little bit of money. So if you'd like to find out more, please, please, please scan the QR code that you see in the corner, and that will take you to my email, my phone, whatever you need. You can get a hold of me today. As I mentioned, today is Gratitude in Action Day. And until Friday, we are going to be running a special, okay? And that special is join the family, and we're going to give you extra time free with your paid membership. You're going to get additional time, at least 1.5 years for a 1-year contract. We want to see this go. We want to see this happen. We want to see action, motion, and gratitude back in this country. For that to happen, we need your help. So join us today for something big when it comes to gratitude in action. Buddy, how's it going? My name is Zach Clayton. I am with Community Pay It Forward, the Come Together Compass and PACT Podcasting Networks. We're going to be doing something today that, well, God gifted me with three things: a big gut, a big butt, and a big mouth. And I enjoy talking, and I enjoy talking to you, the wonderful people out there, because I'm hoping that you will find a lot of value in what we are doing at Community Pay It Forward. And we are wanting to make a huge drive for this next week. It's actually only 6 days from now when this all comes together, but we're still going to call it a week, and we'll probably carry the special on for at least until at least next Friday, because today we are beginning what is called Gratitude in Action Week. Okay, this is not a week of passive appreciation. This is a week of a movement, a week of responsibility, a week of true commitment. Gratitude means nothing if it stays quiet. Gratitude becomes powerful only when we turn it into action. And we at Community Pay It Forward are asking you to join us in this action. No matter if you're a giving partner, which means you team with us, and a portion of your sales goes to help someone in the community, help someone who needs our help. Yeah, and look, yes, this means financially. We're able to support nonprofits. We're able to support charity fundraising. We're able to support kids raising money for school, church, or club activities, trying to raise money for people to help them out. Because there's nothing in this world more frustrating than feeling like you're alone. And we're asking you to join us right now during Gratitude Week and make a huge difference for people. Look, Community Pay It Forward is built on one truth. When people participate in this program, lives change. When people get involved, families find support. When partners step forward, missions grow. And when a community acts together, no one faces hardship alone. So this week, we're calling on everyone out there. That includes you. Not softly, not gently. We're not going to nudge. We're going to come right out and say it. Hey, we need your help. Join us. Let's make this difference right now. Directly. We're coming at you. We need your help. If you feel like your business needs a little shot in the arm, if you're looking around saying, you know what, I think we can do a little bit better than just, doing radio ads or TV ads or something. We have a much more cost-effective plan. And with your help, this plan can be better than any other form of advertising, because what we're doing is we're helping community stand up. What happens when a community stands up, folks? That means people can afford to shop with you. We're asking people to do one simple thing: turn shopping for goods and services they need into a donation and help others stand up, lift up, get healthy again. So if your business would like something new, you would like to join our Giving Partner program, it's time. Time to join the family is right now. Scan this QR code and find out more. If you're a nonprofit, if you're a family in need, and I'm going to preface this by saying we do not have a program that helps immediately. We're in this for the long run. We want to make sure that you are healthy for the long run. So we can't help with like rental assistance right now, but you know what? If we get started today, maybe we can help you in September. Plan ahead and we can get ahead. School began today here in Greeley. If your kid needs to raise money for some scholastic or maybe even a sports benefit, this is a perfect program for you because you ask people to shop with our partners and a portion of that sale goes directly back to what you're raising money for. We will, anytime somebody sends us a portion of the sales, we're going to give it to the school in your name. It's that simple. So if you take and you scan this code, it's going to take you directly to the application where you can read the booklet first and learn how your business can support missions without asking your customers to spend any extra money. Just simply by shopping with you, you support wonderful programs all over the country, better yet, all over the world. And when you're ready, the application's right there. Simply fill out that application and you can begin today to be a partner. We have a special rate going on right now. Contact me and I'll tell you about it. You can just go right here to this code and it'll take you directly there. Your involvement matters. Your visibility matters not just to you, but to other people because there are people out there right now looking for your service. And if you join us, we are going to tell people where you're at. Your impact matters when you join us. You help families, veterans, caregivers, survivors, and neighbors, so many more who need a helping hand. You become part of a network that refuses to let anyone fall because they couldn't find help. If you're a mission partner, this means if you run a nonprofit, are you a school that would like to a little bit of help raising money for a field trip or the scholastic venture or a sports program? Are you part of a gymnast meet that you need to raise some money? Do you have a science fair coming up? We are a program that can help you out. It's a one-time fee of $25 to come in so we can do the paperwork, give you the badge. All you have to do is ask people, hey, you know what? Instead of going to one of the big name stores, why don't you check with Community Pay It Forward, see if they can help you. Because if they can help you, we earn money simply because of where you chose to shop. Look, if you're a mission partner, your voice is needed. We need to hear your story. Everyone needs to hear your story because there are people out there who are feeling alone and your story can change their path. It can lead them into a positive direction. And all we need to do is tell your story. It can help people. Your story can guide someone from defeat to success, from loneliness to feeling fulfilled. You have the power to make a difference by simply telling your story. Your mission is needed. And you know what? As much as we wish we could just open a nonprofit and everybody knows we exist, we need to work. Let us tell your story. Your courage is needed. You are where you're at because you decided, I struggled with this. I don't want other people to struggle with this. So I'm going to tell my story and help people through this. Let's tell people your story. Simply reach out to me at Zach@communitypayitforward.us, or go to the information below. Your link is there. You can turn your nonprofit. You can raise money for your nonprofit, for your charity, for whatever you need help with, by simply asking people to shop with the Community Pay It Forward giving partners. That's it. If you're a nonprofit, all we're doing is taking and turning a referral that businesses give me into a donation. They give me $10, you get $7. They give me $100, you get $70. They give me $1,000, folks, you get $700. The divisions never change. You get 70% of what comes in. I don't ever do deals with, well, we're going to offer you $1,000, so we should be a partner for free. No, it doesn't work like that. You give away $500 and keep $500. You give away $250 and keep $750. That's not the way it works. Whatever they dedicate to us, we give you, the mission partners, 70% of that. And you can be part of that for one payment. Just help me to put your stuff together. It's a $25 payment one time. And you can earn money simply by your followers shopping with our partners. Mission partners, we need you. The information is below. You can find the form and all the information you need to become a mission partner today. So come on, tell us who you are. Tell us why your mission matters. You know, your followers know. Now it's time for everyone to know. Tell us who you lift. When you join the program, you gain a community that stands with you, shares your story, and helps supporters find you through everyday purchases. We never accept cash money. We direct people to you to receive cash donations. We don't want cash. We simply want your receipt. For the rest of you, for those who are out there and want to make your shopping matter, you are a partner. You are our community partners. You are more than powerful. You make purchases. We give you a chance to support missions, become a volunteer. You see something that means something to you. Share that mission with your circle. Share a profile page. Introduce us to businesses around the world to make a difference. All of these things can lift a partner, lift a family, lift a hero. Because you did something. Your gratitude means everything to us. You are the engine that drives the Community Pay It Forward Batmobile. Every time you choose a giving partner, you create support for mission partners everywhere. And we are not just talking about nonprofits. We're talking about families, kids, veterans, people who have fallen and simply need help to stand up again. We are on a mission to help everyone. And today, right now, is the best time for you to join us and make this happen. People have told us all of our lives that you can't help everyone. Why not? If we work together, yes, we can. Every time you share a page, you help someone be seen. Every time you act, you make a change. When you support a mission partner, that mission partner grows. When you share that mission partner grows. When that mission partner grows, they can help hundreds of people. So one act can mean the world. We're asking you to join us today. Find out more by scanning the QR code and join us today, or use the links below. Look, Gratitude in Action Week is not about watching. It's not about waiting. It's not about hoping someone else steps forward. This is the week that we unite. This is the week we all take responsibility. This is the week about choosing to be part of something much bigger than ourselves. This is the week we come together and make our actions matter. So today and every day leading up to Monday, we ask you to act. Join the program. Share your story. Lift a mission. Support a partner. Make a change. Your actions matter. Let's make them matter more. Because gratitude is not just a feeling. Gratitude is a choice. Gratitude is an action. And this week, we're asking you, choose to act. I want to thank you for watching this video. Please share this video with others, or share. We're going to create little clips of this video and share it out. We want to make this week matter. We've got special rates for joining us. Now's the time to come out and support others. We're asking you to join Community Pay It Forward. Become the family. Join us this Thursday at 6 p.m. East for family networking. Come on, tell your story. Tell us what you do to help others and what we can do to help you. 6 p.m. East, contact me today at zak@communitypayitforward.us. zak@communitypayitforward.us. 6 p.m. East, no charge. Come and join us. Tell us about your program. Tell us about your business. Tell us about your nonprofit. Give us your verbal resume so we can turn your needs into someone else's benefit by hiring you. Are you looking for employees? Come on, join us. Tell people what you're looking for. Let's get those positions filled. I want to thank you. My name is Zach Clayton. I am the president and founder. Community Pay It Forward. The Come Together Compass. And PACT Podcasting Networks. This is Gratitude in Action Week. Please make sure you're helping someone, because if you're not helping someone, you're hurting everyone. No one, folks, ever has to go it alone when you join Community Pay It Forward and we all come together. Let's be great today and every day. Join Community Pay It Forward. Contact me, zak@communitypayitforward.us. zak@communitypayitforward.us. Please love someone out there, because someone out here loves you. I'll see you later on tonight with Les Simpson. It's time to show gratitude. It's time to act. It's time to help others. Thank you so very much. We'll see you soon.
Today we get to welcome a leader who doesn't just build systems, he builds momentum, clarity, and confidence. Please help me celebrate Jordan Templeton Harris, founder and president of Fitzgerald Built, as the newest member of our community Pay It Forward giving family. He doesn't operate as a vendor, he operates as a force multiplier, a strategic partner who helps leaders. Whether an organization is growing, transforming, or trying to get unstuck, Jordan brings the operational intelligence and accountability that turn ideas into measurable outcomes. And now, he's chosen to stand with us, to make sure no one has to face a difficult moment alone. That's what makes this partnership special. That's what makes Jordan family. Please visit his profile, share his badge, and help us welcome him the way only this community can. Welcome to the family, Jordan. We're honored to walk this mission with you.
In that video, I did talk about family networking, and we are going to be playing the August family networking meeting coming up as soon as I'm done talking here. Just to kind of show you what family networking is and why you should join. Again, our goal is a little bit different than just networking. Our goal is to try to find ways to help not just you, but others. You know, if we know somebody out there who's struggling, we want to make sure that we are reaching out to them. We're being there. We're offering assistance. We're offering a helping hand. That's our goal. So, family networking was last Thursday. It is the second Thursday of every month. So the next one coming up is on September 10th. Okay. I'm recording this on Friday. And it was 12 years ago today, on Friday. 12 years ago today that I was run off the road and left in a ditch for over 7 hours. This is a fairly difficult, inspired, at times happy, at times sad, at times confusing day for me. There's a rush of emotions that, you know, from head to toe because of the situation. And the best thing that came out of 12 years ago is what we're doing now, what we're working to do now together. And that's put our feet heading in the correct direction to help others through community pay it forward, through the Come Together Compass, through everything that we're doing. And that's the reason why it's so important that we take this next week and we fill our program, no matter where you're at in this world. Because see, here is the true fact of this. With the Community Pay It Forward program, our goal is very simple. Shop with our great giving partners, no matter where they are in this crazy world of ours. And support people who need a helping hand, no matter where they are. With Community Pay It Forward, we offer you the opportunity to shop with people anywhere so we can help people everywhere. Please consider joining the program today. Your sales mean power. All you have to do is very simply scan this QR code, read the forms. They're right there for you. You want to become a giving partner? Just read the form, check it out, pick a package. For the next week, there are going to be discounts. But you have to act now. I'm Not wanting to be absurd about this or anything, but the truth is that as soon as we get this kicked off and as soon as we figure out our way, these discounts aren't going to happen. This is a chance for you to get on board. And we're not at ground level, all right? We've been around for a while. We've done things that have hurt us. We've done great things that have helped us. We're going to continue to try different things to make sure that our service that we provide for our partners and for you is the top of the top line. Being able to tell your story is so important to us, and we want to make sure that's important to you as well. And then teaming you up with people who need your service and allowing them to pick a mission that drives them, that means something to them, that touches their heart. We have wonderful programs like Confronting Domestic Violence. Maybe you're talking to somebody who has dealt in some capacity with domestic violence in their life, and this is something that's vitally important to them. You know, maybe like in my case, I have former girlfriends who were abused, and confronting domestic violence is very important to me because I've seen what kind of damage it can do to not just physically but mentally to women and men. Let's not think that men cannot be, violated. They can, and they are. Confronting domestic violence is offering a way for people to get out of relationships. If you have a place to go, they can help you get in, get your stuff, and get gone before somebody comes back. It's an opportunity for you to finally get clear. But this is where we come in with what we're doing. Because somebody's not going to leave a situation that they're in this position, as low as it's going to be, and they're not going to go here, okay? They don't want to be further down than where they're at. Just to get back up to this level, they'll take a little bit of abuse. Hey, I've survived so far. What the hell? Why am I going to start over from ground, from lower than I'm at now, just to be in a worse place than I am? So our goal, team with somebody like Confronting Domestic Violence, get them out on their own, get them away from this bad situation, this horrible situation, get their kids, their animals, their lives on track, and get them to where they're at least here, okay? Because if we can get them here, why would they want to go backwards? So let's work together to get them here. That way this is in the past and we don't have to worry about that. And we can start lifting their lives and building their lives. And that's our goal with you and your organization, you and your business, to work with you to make sure people can get here instead of here. And we can lift people who are going to eventually turn around and come to you and be customers with you or utilize your services if you're a nonprofit. This is a way that we are teaming together to make stuff happen. Scan the QR code, folks. Let's get this going. We've got 1 week, very special deals. I need your help. I want your help. I need you to be part of the difference. Helping people shop with our partners anywhere so we can level support to people who need a helping hand everywhere. Let's come together and get this done. Coming up next, we have our August family networking. Fairly short meeting, and that's why we need you to make sure that you join us on the 10th of September. How do you do that? Well, you look like right in the middle there, right in the middle of the screen, at about, I think it's like 16 minutes in, there's going to be a QR code that appears. By the way, prior to that, it's just down a little bit lower. So, like in this area here, but then it pops up to be like right in the middle of your screen. There is a QR code, and that's how you can register to get into family networking. There is no cost to come and network with us. None. I don't charge you. None. It's once a month. 6 p.m. East, the second Thursday of every month. You're going to meet the other 3 partners who have worked really hard to build family networking. On today's show, we are being joined by Lynn Sobolski. By the way, Lynn's Day, where she gives free tarot readings, is coming up on Tuesday night, tomorrow night. So at 8 p.m. East. So make sure that you are right here, sitting wherever you're watching this show from right now, on Tuesday at 8 p.m. East. And make sure you have your little clicker fingers going so you can get your answers by Lynn. We're also doing something special this Tuesday. Anybody who knows our buddy, our dear, dear, dear friend, Frank Monteforte. Frank Monteforte. He is going through a difficult surgery on his hip. We want to put together a storybook for the gentleman. He is truly a dear friend. He is one of the nicest guys you've ever met. If you know Frank, we ask you, join us just to send words of encouragement. Tell us a story about your interaction with Frank. And that way we can send him, I can put something together and I can send it to him as he's convalescing. His goal in life is very simple, to lift you. Frank is in that position right now where he needs us to lift him. So join us live. All you got to do is simply reach out to me and ask me to get the link, and you can come on. You can say something about Frank, and you can, at that point, get a free tarot reading with our dear friend Lynn Sobolski from Footnotes Tarot. But let's make sure that we reach out and we say something great about a man who is nothing but great. So, but that's coming up tomorrow night, right here on PACT Podcasting Network. So, free tarot readings, and we're going to be recording stuff so we can send a really, really nice message of love, respect, and get well to our buddy Frank. So please make sure that you join us. And here we go with family networking. Hey everybody, how you doing? It's Zach Clayton with Community Pay It Forward, the Come Together Compass and PACT Podcasting Networks. We are here for family networking, and as you can see, we're a little short-handed today. But that's okay, because Z and I, we've been working on something very, very diligently. This man is an awesome gentleman. He is one of my very best friends in the world. He is one of my dearest, greatest partners. He works his ass off trying to make sure that I keep, in business, and I greatly appreciate it. This is Mr. Z from Z World Webs and Z World Cares. So Z, why don't you go on ahead and give us an idea on what you do? Tell us about Z World Webs. Tell us about Z World Cares, and then we'll do a little more talking about what we're doing with Z World Cares, and then we're going to kind of go over, unless we have more people show up, we're going to go over the new homepage. But please, tell us about yourself.
Of course. And first and foremost, thank you so much for having me here and for your kind words, brother man. If there is one person that I know that can bring a community to come together, whether you're a nonprofit, a small business, or privately owned business, or large business, it's definitely you, brother man. And if there's any way I can help support you and as well as the family here, happy to do so. And I thank you very much for your kind words. And it doesn't go for granted. So thank you for your kind words. And hello, world. My name is Z, or you can call me Mr. Z. I am a web developer and I am also a consultant that supports nonprofits, veteran business owners, or seasoned citizens who are looking to announce upcoming events, book online appointments, perhaps sell products and services, or more importantly, accept donations with or without the use of third-party plugins, or I won't say names, but more importantly, with their services. I also provide a no-charge consultation to those who are looking to get started on their brand new website and to those that have an existing website, but they're just not comfortable with the idea of making changes to their own websites, whether it's WordPress, Wix, Squarespace, GoDaddy, or other custom-coded websites with or without generated by AI. So if you are looking to enhance, develop, or redevelop a custom ADA compliant website, which is short for the Americans with Disabilities Act, well, let's develop a custom website Z World is waiting for. On the Z World Cares spectrum, and I thank you for allowing me to share this, it's a website that we run, including the community pay it forward, that helps and supports nonprofits and empowers them to accept donations, attract sponsors, volunteers, or potential senior board members, all at no charge. So if you run a nonprofit or if you are involved with a nonprofit organization and would like to share their mission to Z World, please visit www.zworldcares.org. And thank you, brother man, and those who are watching this for showing Z World that you care. And more importantly, if you want to really show that you care, please join the community Pay It Forward because it is the compass where you know you're going to be in the right place where you don't have to feel alone. Thank you, brother man, and that's why you, sir, are the good Z.
Well,
Thank
Z,
you.
I'm just putting this up here on Z World Cares right now.
Thank
And
you.
okay, I don't my and you know how much I love this world, but our word, but my wife is moist for some reason. A little odd, but
Oh boy.
anyway,
The ice pack broke.
oh, the ice pack broke. Okay. Z, we're looking at this right now, and one of the biggest things about what you're doing with Z World Cares, and this is something very important, folks, and please, please, please consider this and consider using the Community Pay It Forward program to support Z World Cares, because this is giving these nonprofits a chance to reach out to potential donors and people who need it. Okay, that's the other thing that people don't think about a lot of times. This is another gateway to where people can come and find the help that they need. So please consider donating a portion of your sales through the Community Pay It Forward program to Z World Cares, because none of these people that you see on here had to pay to be on this website. Z does this out of the love for helping other people. And I think that is, it's something, Z, that you really need to tell more people. That's one of the things that you need to shout
Thank
out
you.
to the extent, to the ends of the world, because I know a lot of these people. Aziza Project is one of the wonderful partners of ours, our mission partners. I know this is such a Camp Good Morning is such a wonderful Blue Star Moms, wonderful organization. Disabled
Yes.
veterans, wonderful. All of these are just fantastic, fantastic programs. And Z's given him a chance to reach out to people that they may not have had an opportunity to reach out to. So you're going to see a QR code when you go to Community Pay It Forward. And that QR code, if you just take and you make a purchase and you choose Z World Cares as the mission partner of your choice, you're just helping Z continue to give this service away for free. That's it. Okay, we will not accept cash. We do not accept cash at Community Pay It Forward unless you're donating to us directly. This is something that, look, this just allows him to continue to be the great guy he is. So, Z, I did have another question, and
Thank you.
and excuse me,
Sure.
and I'm not asking you to belittle any other program. What are some of the downfalls of doing a what's that niche website that's out there right now? Something fi oh geez, I'm sorry. It's for selling online. They give you that geez, I'm dying here. I want to say Spotify, but I know that's not it.
Hope
But
not.
it's no, they build you a website so you can sell stuff online, basically.
Shopify or
Shopify, there you go.
are you referring
What are some of
Shopify?
the
Very good. Yes.
limitations you have?
Well, that's a great question, and not to demean Shopify and other website platforms. And you, sir, are an honorable person. I always forget to mention, and your advocacy towards helping our veterans and survivors of human trafficking and survivors of cancer, and your acknowledgement of the Americans with Disabilities Act. Really appreciate you, brother man, and talk about humble people like yourself. And I can go all day about talking about why you are the good Z. And Shopify, it's a mixed bag. It really is. There are just some people, professionals, who use Shopify religiously. Unfortunately, I'm not one of those people. I'm a WordPress kind of guy, or custom code, ideally. But with my experience with Shopify, they provide a ton of themes out there, but they use this thing called liquid code. And if you're a novice user, I'm not saying you are, but for those average business owners who want to use Shopify, there are some customization options, but it's within the confines of Shopify. And just like Wix, it's built within its own framework. So it's a mixed bag of Shopify and how people use. If you're just looking to create a quick, easy e-commerce platform, go for Shopify. I think they have coupon options that are easy to use. But if you're looking to build a custom e-commerce website, Shopify may not be your best choice unless you are very familiar with the liquid code that comes with it. But thank you for asking. And it's good to see
And
our fair tarot card
yeah,
reader.
yeah, Wednesday in the house. Yeah, and again, we're
Nice.
not trying to I'm not trying to upsell Z here. He can do that all on his own. His websites are great. Let me ask you this question. You are very, very familiar with Community Pay It Forward. You know how many pages I have open on that page. You know how much information's on that page. It would be very difficult if I was on another platform to do that, would it not?
It would definitely be a migrational process of taking what you currently have and putting in a different platform. Uh, it's like, how do you take all of your files that's meant for a PC and putting into a Mac, and vice versa? Why you would go to a Mac, that's beyond me, but it depends on what framework is set up, and everything that we built or you built within your website would have to eventually be started from scratch unless you have all the media files, the content. And as I always tell everyone, the fun part is building the website. The difficult part is the content, and the amount of content that you have on your website and Lynn's website too, has a lot of SEO equity. There's resourcefulness, there's images, a little thing called alt tags to help those who are visually impaired. And not to mention, in both of your websites, I give you kudos to whoever built your website to have closed captionings on your YouTube videos to provide more accessibility and also making it searchable. So technically, it can be done to migrate over everything onto a different platform, but it's like trying to start from scratch or trying to fit a circle and carving it into a different shape that may or may not fit. I
Well,
hope that makes sense.
yeah, yeah, actually it really does. And again, there you go
Thank you
with
for
that
asking.
humbleness that whoever built our website. That's a damn my by the way, I think I'd rather cut myself to pieces using a spork than try to start another website. No, no, thank you. Uh, and I would not have near the patience to take and go anywhere else. You have helped me keep this one alive. You and I are doing an overhaul right now that is just it's difficult enough. So Z, I'm going to give you a little bit of a break so you can think about the question of the day while Lynn introduces herself. Lynn, our question for the day is, as many people know, tomorrow is 12 years since my accident. 12 years ago tomorrow was my accident. And in preparing for this, I would like to know what what was like the worst thing that you experienced that you're willing to talk about? I don't want to pressure you into talking about anything extra. And what did it take to overcome that to get to where you are now? So, but go on ahead and introduce yourself, and it'll give you a little chance to think about the answer, because I know that's a deep question. But please tell us about yourself.
Zach, my day would not be complete if I did not come to something associated with Community Pay It Forward and get the cosmic deep thought just boom dropped right here as if I'm not seeing it all around me. And then I come here and here it is. So, yeah, I can feel the depth of what you've just laid out here, but also I am totally prepared for this question because, man, it's been everywhere. um, Lynn Cebulski, footnotestarot.com, beautiful website built by Mr. Z. I am a professional tarot reader in Brooklyn. And am I just going to answer the question or?
If you're
Yeah,
ready to answer, please do. If not, that's fine. But
Z
yeah,
was
if
here
you're ready
first.
to
I don't
answer.
know how much time and energy he has put into reflecting upon his answer. Far be it for me to step on his toes.
You're never stepping on my toes, and being an elephant like myself, it's always great to hear such great people like yourselves. And thank you, Lynn and Zach, or the good Z, for the kind words. And all credit goes to you both for making us go through the tough times, because as we all know, tough times don't last. Tough people do. And you're those two people that I know. So who would you like to answer your question for first, Master Z?
Let's Yep, there you go. You're the winner, so go for it.
Wow, I already feel like a winner knowing that I know you both, and just thinking about our toughest times that don't last forever, like the dark clouds in our lives. Um, well, I will say I can't think of a moment that has made me a stronger person, but let's just say I will share something that has happened to me a long, long time ago, based on a true story. So I don't want to give a sob story because we all know how wonderful it is to work for corporate. And when you work for a organization, that comes across as a family, and I say this in quotes, that their methodology was about I care. Upon joining this organization, everyone was getting along hunky-dory until the second day I was seen as a cockroach. So many months, and actually many years of working at this organization that claims to I care or is seen as a family, they would go out of their way to make sure I knew my place. You got the marketers, you got the financial people, you got the copywriters, and you got the PR people. But this person who may seem insignificant or someone who doesn't seem like the right person to hang out with clients, managers, or anyone worth talking to. So upon my departure of this organization, it's made me realize that I am responsible for where I am. It's not about how I'm being treated. I have the choice to leave a place, and some people, I'm not saying all people, but I had the opportunity to stay or leave. I brought up hey Santa, there's some certain situations that I brought to HR because we all know that HR is always looking out for the best interests of their employees and not just the company. Uh, I'll never forget what they said. Well, we're not forcing you to work here. So, thinking about that, I won't give away too much, but I will say this, but my lesson, what has made me a stronger person, is helping me realize that we all have a choice. We can sit on a nail forever and complain, or we can get up and extract the nail from our bodies and move forward. Time heals all wounds, but we have to take action. I have to realize, we all have to realize that we are the captain of our ships. And if we let all the winds and weather and all the storms guide us, we'll just get stuck in a whirlwind. And that's why I appreciate great people like yourselves, Zach, Lynn, Santa, for giving us the community compass to help us realize that whatever tough times we're going through, we'll outlast those problems. But when we come together, we'll come out stronger. That's all I got. Back to you, Zach.
No, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Yeah,
Excellent.
it's one of the things I could not in the corporate world. That's one of the problems I always had is that they want to talk about, they want to do a lot of rah, 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 we all over themselves. I love that term. But, they want to do all this and they want to act like, there are, we're all one big family. Yet when it comes to it, your ideas as an employee, well, they're not worth listening to a lot of times. Well, that's ridiculous. I like you, I was told a couple times, I had ideas I was involved in a safety group. And I was told, well, that's a ridiculous time consuming thing. And I'm like, wait a minute, we're talking about safety. There's no such thing as time consuming. I mean, if you're talking about safety, you're talking about safety. And it doesn't matter. This is where you're supposed to slow down. And I walked off that group on that day. I was like, well, if you're not going to listen to ideas, I'm not going to give them to you. I got better things I could be doing, like actually working. So, but yeah, I completely respect what you're saying. Hey, John, the question of the day is, all of us, tomorrow is my 12-year anniversary of the accident. What is the one thing that you had to overcome physically or mentally to get to where you're at now and you may have struggled with, but you were able to take and pick yourself back up.
How I sent messages to all three of you guys, and it took 20 minutes for you to respond to give me the link to get on this meeting.
I actually sent it to you like 3 times already.
Because the link I had for some reason was the old link. So imagine that. Oh, well.
Hey, we've got wait, we've got a guest appearance of arms and like a torso. We
Yes.
almost saw somebody there.
Careful how you word that now.
Yeah, well, I did. I was very, very careful.
That's very
At least she's smiling too, so
because of how careful it was. Yes, that was my partner in tech support, Alex.
Nice.
And my laptop. There he is.
hello.
Welcome to the family, Alex. Welcome to the family. So,
what was the biggest hurdle I had to overcome? Getting divorced and realizing life is so much better when you have money and that you're not. I'll tell you what, since it's the three of us, when I was going down the drain tube, I was sitting playing solitaire 12 hours a day, watching my world go down the drain, going, yep, I can't do anything to change it. I'm going to lose everything. I didn't, things weren't going right. And then all of a sudden, I realized that, I had to kick myself in the, where, right square between the legs and go, nobody's going to change this for me. I have to do it myself. If I want to get up and I want to save my life, I want to save my world, I want to save my house, I can see that nobody was doing it for me and nobody was handing me anything. I had to realize that I had to change. And that was tough to overcome. But then you realize you get to a sinking point in your life that, things are going great, and all of a sudden things are not going great. And like I say, I was playing solitaire 12 hours a day going, this is going to fix everything. Until I realized that I went, duh, this is not helping. This is not changing. This is not moving the needle anywhere but down. So then, I flipped the switch and went back to work and started working about 18 hours a day and start paying debts. And all of a sudden you go, hey, there is light at the end of the tunnel. There is hope. There is change. There is something better. And I still think about back when those days were happening, and now with my new wife, she saves pennies, whereas my other one spended $100 bills like they were pennies. And I've got money in the bank. I'm not rich, but you know what? The bills are getting paid. I've got a house over my shoulders and over our head. We've got things that are paid off. And life can be good when you work for it and you get motivated, and nobody is throwing you a lasso to keep you down. When you surround yourself with people, and I've said this to many people on many different occasions, when you surround yourself with people that are motivated, that are positive, that are happy, that are loving life, it rubs off. I don't care if you're down in the dumps or whatever is happening. If you keep surrounding yourself with people that are shit, you're going to stay in that attitude. If you start surrounding yourself with people that are happy and positive and motivated and want to change their life, your life, the world, then it's going to rub off. Then it's going to be, and I've had many people during the course of my life going, why are you always so happy? Why are you always cheerful? Well, the simple reason is Life happens. Sometimes it sucks. But why do I have to share that and bring you down? And if we had more people that had that kind of an attitude in this world, you know, it would be a better place, I think, one smile at a time. And I say that every day on my videos. You know, we're not going to change the world by sitting back on our hunches going, Bob's going to do it for me. Because Bob is not there. Susie is not there. Samantha, whoever name, whatever person, they're not going to change your world. You have to do it on your own. And you have to grab yourself by the bootstraps and say, what do I need to do to move my needle in a different direction than it's going now? And, you know, I do that every single day with Santa. I keep knocking on doors. I keep having the conversations. And the people that I'm getting introduced to are movers and shakers that want to change. And I can see when you have a meeting at 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock in the morning and they're already implementing change by 2 in the afternoon, you're going, yeah, this is the people I want to surround with. And you three are part of that. You know, you guys are positive, you're happy, you're joyful. Well, except Zach every now and then, you know, he gets kicked in the head, but you know, we get to kick him in the head because you know, it's what we got to do for one another. And that's why I love you guys. And you know, I classify you guys as brothers and sisters. And we have to support, we have to help each other. We have to share our problems and go, hey, if you look at it from this direction instead of the way you're looking at it, maybe it gives you a different thinking point. And you know, it's that's what, you know, brothers and sisters do for one another. They help each other, they support each other, and they care about one another. So there's my 2 cents
Wow.
worth.
Look, there's no better way to say it, but the four of us here on this meeting right now, we are friends. We are family. You know, we are all here for each other anytime we can be. And that, of course, makes things, you know, even when things suck, still makes things better. You know, because look, not life's going to kick you in the gut every once in a while. You know, life is going to kick you in the gut every once in a while. And then for anybody to think it's not going to, you know, there's nobody who walks through life without having
I'll
a
tell you
day that
another
just goes,
secret, Zach.
damn.
I'll tell you another one, Zach. When I was going through my divorce, of course, my kids wanted to know what's going on. Nope, this is not your battle. I'm not going to tell you anything. This is between mom and I. But there was my circle, there was my inner circle, and then there was my 2 or 3 friends that allowed me to scream and holler and, you know, fly off the handle when things were, as we all know, in a divorce situation, things go sour and things quickly. That's what friends do for one another. And I'll tell you, I learned how powerful that statement truly meant when I was going through the divorce. And I think that I can do that with you three now. If I
Yeah.
run into anything, and I hope you guys feel the same way. I'm here for you guys anytime you want. I know how important it is to have that release mechanism, whether it's to scream, holler, jump up and down, or look at me, I'm ready, but that's okay. I'll get over it tomorrow. But that's how supporting we can be for each other.
Yeah. Well, as we talked about, like we talked about with Zero Cares, we're doing the same thing with this wonderful website. This is Warrior Beacon of Hope. And again, here in the next day or two, you're going to find a QR code attached to Community Pay It Forward, where it says Warriors Beacon of Hope, because John has put this together to help our heroes. And he's doing this, and out of the kindness of his heart, and he needs to make a little bit of money. So we're not asking you to donate cash. We're just asking you to make your purchases count. So if you're interested in making a difference in someone's life, shop with one of our partners. You see 3 of them on the screen right now. All 3 of these individuals are part of Community Pay It Forward. They're all 3 giving partners. They all 3 will give to an organization or somebody trying to raise money simply by doing business with them. That's what we do. And along with Zero Cares, the Warrior Beacon of Hope is another program that you can just take and send us a receipt. That's all you have to do. And a portion of your sale will go to help John keep this wonderful website up and running. So please consider both of those organizations. And if you want to find out more about them, connected to the description of this meeting, you're going to have their websites, you're going to have their emails, and you're also going to have their LinkedIn profiles. So please connect with them and you can find out more. But this is another wonderful. John, why don't you go on ahead and tell us a little bit about Warriors Beacon of Hope, please?
You were in that meeting today, and Adam was not in that meeting, but Adam is the brainstorm behind the websites for this group that I introduced you to earlier on today. And he goes, would you be upset if I sent you 1 million people a month to your website? And I'm going, holy crap. If I get like 0.1% of those people signing up to this website, that could change a life. Warriors Beacon of Hope, folks, it's come into play because of a serviceman, a young military man that said, can I have a conversation with you, because I would love you to make a video for me. And I said, what's going on? He said, I can't tell my parents I love them. Yo, something's going on when you can't tell mom and dad that you love them. So he said, yep, I've been over 24 years old, did 4 tours, signed up for his 5th one. And I said, when was the last time you were at a psych? Well, I'm on the waiting list. That's where this whole journey and this mission started, was, I started doing some investigating, and yeah, that seemed to be quite the common sentence for our veterans. And I thought I could do my 2 cents worth to start changing it. It's not huge by any of the stretch of the means, but it's growing positively. And Adam and those guys over there are going to embrace my website, and they're going to start sending over potentially hundreds of thousands of people to my site to potentially, hopefully, sign up or add their services to make this the biggest and the best list opportunity in the world, in the country. Yeah, Lynn, exactly. I'm crossing my fingers, my toes, my legs, my arms. Let's just, and the cool thing about these guys is there are people, and we've all met them. Oh, yes, we'll talk the talk, and, we'll get to this next week after we've had 14 other meetings, and we'll discuss this and that. These guys, when they start discussing ideas, he literally changes them on the website, like as we're talking in the meeting. And yeah, it's pretty phenomenal. So they are going to use, as the conversation went the other day, they're going to use my Warriors Beacon of Hope as one of the main contact sites for this new site. So we'll see what happens. We'll see how it goes. I'm the only Santa on that list as well. So, I'm on the Foster Care Collective, which Beth is heading up, and Steve. Well, Beth's got 2,600 members in that group. I just started doing t-shirts for them. I'm going to donate $2 for every t-shirt that I sell with the Foster Care Collective on it. And last night I sent out t-shirt number 2, and starting to get some movement, starting to get some sales. So I'm getting excited, and we'll see how that happens. And who knows, the old proverbial one chain link leads to the next chain link, and you can't have one without the other. And as things start developing and shaking, I'll be able to do even more for Zach and Mr. Z, and of course, Miss Beautiful Lynn. And, that's called support. That's called help. That's called, hey, and that's what I do every Sunday with my Support Your Friends Small Business Sunday. And guys, the little challenge that I do, the second one that I do, go on to LinkedIn and just share, repost 10 posts. The other day I started going and I went back and counted, I did 15. Okay. So that took me 15 minutes to repost 15 posts, 5,000 interactions since that's happened, because people are going, okay, this guy's not doing just his own thing. He's supporting other people. And that's what we all do. And we can move and shake. And I'm hoping Warriors Beacon of Hope will take off and do a little bit more. But that's what we need to do is, support one another and help and just do the little things, because the big things will follow.
Well, look, none of us are asking people to do something that's huge,
Yeah.
small,
Yep.
small makes a huge difference
Yep.
for a lot of things. We've got Gratitude and Movement Awareness Week going on right now. Okay. And that's something that we're pushing here at Community Pay It Forward, because we want to start sharing this gratitude. Every single one of us are thankful for something, and not all of us are thankful for the same thing. And you
Right.
know what? That's a fantastic thing, because you can teach me what you're thankful for.
Well,
You can teach me what you're thankful about.
you're saying small things, Zach. I mean, look at the fundraiser that I'm doing with Lori for the school board. We're going to charge the parents $1. $1. I mean, everybody's got $1, 4 quarters. That happens all the time. But over the 5 nights of reading stories, we're going to raise anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000 for that school PTA from $1. $1, but you multiply it by many $1, and you do it over a couple nights. $1 that, who throws that in the piggy bank, right? $1 is nothing. But if you add 1 and 1 and 1, I mean, we could potentially raise $10,000 for this school board. Now, Lynn, what can we do like that for you, or Mr. Z, Mr. Zach? You do this many different times on your website. You contribute a little bit here and a little bit there, and all of a sudden you get some big results because of the proverbial multiple. I'm not trying to learn a new word. But yeah.
That's Canadian for all of you who are new to the, that's the Canadian language.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
and I was in
that's
Canada
the
last
Canuck.
weekend too.
Yep.
So.
By the way, we do want to congratulate John on a new great grandbaby. So
yes, absolutely. I got to meet her 3 weeks ago now, and she's a keeper. She's a cutie.
Yeah. So parents probably be a little pissed off if you tried to throw her back anyway.
Well, true.
Mom especially. She knows where that baby would have to go. She's like, oh no, you're not throwing that thing back.
No. I did this already 9 months worth. I'm not, no.
Yeah. So, okay, Lynn, it's your turn. I'd love to, and we've had some great answers here, but I'd really love to hear from you. I know that you had quite a drastic career change at one point in time that took a little while for you to, there was some, to put it gently, there was some hokey shit that went on during that was difficult for you, but you were able to take and work around that. What else has there been that, it took you a minute to just stand back and go, no, I'm doing this?
So, one of the lessons that I have been grappling with, that the universe has been kind of dropping in my lap, is this idea of being able to flourish where we are valued for our authentic selves. And when we don't fit the mold for whatever reason, in my case, as an adult, I'm learning, well, I have ADHD and I have level 1 autism, and these are other things I didn't know. And so, you look for the answers to your questions. Then once you get those answers, you get more questions and you need more answers. And one of the things that I've been grappling with is the ways in which we mask. Masking is a big term that gets thrown around, which to me always felt like, well, this is just how we exist in society, right? Like, I can't just put my full authentic self out there. I can't bring that person to work. There's problems when that happens. But there becomes, when you are forced to internalize so much of what you're feeling and thinking and experiencing because you know the rest of the world is just not going to get it, what it ends up becoming is a cycle of people pleasing and a way of trying to make ourselves be palatable such that it doesn't even occur to us that we have other choices, that there are other ways of being, and that there may be people to whom we are very palatable, even as our raw, sometimes ugly, unvarnished selves. And so that idea of the people pleasing and the masking, and who do I show my authentic self to and why, and when is it safe? Those are things that those are themes that I've had to kind of face over and over again. Certainly relationships and work situations. Where am I valued? Where have things gotten really toxic? How have I been hurt? And how do I dig myself out of that? But I think most recently was when I had my hip labral tear and was laid up for a year and a half with a walker and not really able to leave my apartment. Because as a, tarot reader, but also Reiki practitioner and someone that people look to, like, you have the answers, you have wisdom, you have access to healing. Well, what happens when the healer gets hurt? What happens when the healing methodologies don't all work? What happens when the people that we think we can rely on are not available? And like, how do we navigate that? And because I can't just like wave a magic wand or do some hands-on thing or say the right prayer, does that mean that I'm failing in my life purpose? And so to connect this all, what I am discovering and what I offer as the upside to the suffering is, when you're at those low points, you attract the people and situations that value you and appreciate you the most. And once those people and situations are your container, that is when you can raise your vibration higher and higher and higher to touch whatever that thing is that you believe in, that you call the divine.
What are some, and I talked about this to someone that you introduced me to the other day. And by the way, Robin has joined the family. So which is great, because she's a practitioner of yoga. And it was encouraging when I was talking to her because it was a language, and you'll understand this, Len. It was a language that I'm used to because I talked to you, I talked to Adrian, to Jan. There's a different language that's spoken a lot about the light and grounding and all these other things. When you are talking to someone, do you feel guarded when you start talking about this? And especially when it's like religion being a hot topic right now, are you really guarded on what you say? Because, you could say the most innocent thing and somebody's going to fly off the handle. It's like, oh, what are you doing? Going back to the witch trials of the 1700s again.
I am absolutely
1500s.
but not I'm guarded, but not necessarily for the reasons you would think. At this point, I have seen and experienced so much. I don't have a belief system. It's just not possible. So whatever anyone shows up with, I'm like, yeah, that could be true also.
Yep.
I don't know, and I'm not gonna. So just having come to that conclusion allows me to kind of cut some ego out of it. But I think when it comes to anything that is spiritual or religious, people start forming those value systems from like the moment they're born. Their families are going through rituals to bring them into the world and mark the ceremonies and, bring the families together and create value systems and customs and all that. And so from even just a biological perspective, as soon as you start to touch on those things, you are touching on like the amygdala. You're touching on life and death, even if what you're throwing out there is a very casual comment. And that's how people get whipped up into these heightened states when all you're trying to do is have like a chill conversation. It's too sensitive, and they don't know until they're in it. And once they've stepped in it that far, energetically, they can't bring themselves out. It's no different than having like a panic attack or a rage attack. It's just they're there. And so I try to tread carefully because I don't know where those landmines are. And I am aware that I am, coming from a working area that a lot of times tries to find those places to exploit them. So, yeah, I am very guarded, but mostly for those reasons.
I just, like you mentioned earlier, we do the first of the month, we do a program called Celebration of the Spirit. And it's all we do is talk about every celebration that's going to be coming up that month, every like religious or cultural celebration that's coming up that month. And I don't do this to try to piss people off. I do this because I think we should know what other people are celebrating, because you know what? Where everyone, all these businesses close down for, let's say, a Christian holiday. Well, there's people out there that, they celebrate their own holidays, but we don't respect them a lot of times. And if they ask for the time off, we sit there and, well, why? What's going on? Well, I just want people to understand this is why. They've got this celebration. It's okay for them to have that celebration. Let them be them. You praise whatever you want, live with whatever you want, do whatever you want. That's fine. That's one of the greatest things about this country we live in. We have this thing called freedom. Let's keep that. Let's get back to that. Let's live and let live. You don't like my lifestyle? So what? Honestly, there's probably a couple others that are sitting right with you that are going to, not agree with what I do. That's fine. You don't have to like it. You don't like it, close your eyes, walk away. Go another direction, go where else you want. We don't have to get into an yeah, there you go, Sienna. Throw the binoculars at me. So yeah, basically just put on my new glasses. That'll work. I got these huge ass glasses now. They're not even glasses anymore. Now they're goggles. So I'm ready to go skiing or welding, one of the two. But so it is we're at a point, and like I said, that's one of the things about gratitude that I really want to get out this week is, this is the time of year that we're thankful for who we are, and let's be thankful for our differences. Let's be thankful for what others bring to our lives. And those differences are amazing. John, you talk about it all the time. You talk about how we don't even know our neighbors anymore. Luckily, I don't have that problem. We know who our neighbors are because, as I love saying, God gifted me with three things: a big butt, a big gut, and a big mouth. And
not necessarily in that order.
Yeah, and nobody comes into this neighborhood without me talking to them. So, somebody will be the guys will be working on the park and behind us, and I'll take them out of soda just because it's hot. I'll take them out of water. Why not? Let's be friendly. It's an easy thing to do. So, but look, this is just a time to start respecting everybody for their choices. And if you don't like it, don't talk about it. That's plain and simple. But truth is, each one of us are different, and we need to learn how to deal with that. So, before we go, we did mention that we were going to do this. I just want to show it real quick. This is what Z and I have been working on. This is the new homepage for Community Pay It Forward. It's not out yet, but we are looking for people who would really like to help us beta test this, okay? It's going to be live while you're beta testing it, so it's like a cheating version of beta testing, but what we need you to do is look at this and tell us, hey, I tried this, it didn't work. Help us make sure that we're there. But one of the things that we've done that we're really proud of, get out of there, that we're really proud of is we've now made it even easier to find the partners, because you've got the thing here of our Greeley Park, lovely Greeley Park, and right there, you start to find our giving partners. They're right there on the homepage. You don't have to go and search for them anymore. They're in different categories. They're right here. They're for you to find. We've got our gold partners here, and you're going to notice two wonderful logos right here and another one right here. Okay. These are our giving partners. These are the ones that you make a purchase with them. They're going to give to the mission partner, which is somebody who's asked for our help of your choice. We're not choosing. We don't choose. You choose who you support. That makes your shopping even more important. So you scroll down a little bit. It's going to talk a little bit about what, be the hero for others. This is telling you about becoming a giving partner. Join the mission partner family. If you need help, this is what we're here to do. How do I join the family? This will make you to where you can join the family today by using the program. You got my cards there, so you always have my contact information. Scroll down a little bit more, and you've got all of our mission partners, every single one of them, including Warriors Beacon of Hope and Z World Cares, that's going to have a new logo because the puzzle piece just doesn't make any sense. But we're looking to do that. So, and if you look right down here, we've got Warriors Beacon of Hope and our diamond partners and Z World Cares right down here as well with the Come Together Compass, 3 programs. All of us different, but all of us are doing the same thing. We're just trying to make sure that our nonprofits are here. They get found because these nonprofits are out there busting their butts to try to help people. And again, you can join our program today. You can find more about the Come Together Compass right there. We have reviews and blogs on the page, on the front page, and that's it. No more searching for tons of stuff. You can still go into the website and do some more searching. Z and I are very proud because we were trying to think of something else that wasn't the word more, on the website. So we came up with explore. You can explore more community pay it forward. More is just so boring. We didn't want to do more. And we sat there and decided with explore. It works. So, but this is the new community.
That's cool.
Yeah. Like I said, it was just, I wanted to do something different, you know. More just doesn't sound right. It just kind of sounds boring, if you will, you know. So we just tried to come up with something else and explore hit with it. But we are looking for people to help us go through, pick apart the homepage, tell us what works, tell us what doesn't, give us any suggestions on what's going to help. Because again, we have 3 beautiful people on this screen right now that are willing to give a portion of sales when you hire them to a mission that you care about, that you love. Now, the only caveat is that they have to come to us and work with us, okay? And that's not because I'm stingy. That's because there's a lot of programs out there that have a no solicitation due to their board. That means that we cannot collect money for them. It's against laws for us to collect money for them. So we cannot just collect money for anybody. They have to talk to us. They have to come in. They have to tell us, yes, it's okay to tell our story. So we're here to tell stories. Each one of us, each one of these wonderful people have been part of the morning What You Got segments, where we talk about a celebration of the day and talks about what they do. So, you know, we're doing a lot of things here on Community Pay It Forward that are making a difference. And as all of you guys know, John, as we've been talking about, tomorrow is 12 years for me, 12 years since my accident. And John, it's listening to your story and about your divorce. I was in a marriage that, you know, wasn't the best marriage in the world. Okay. I mean, I still love her. She's still a friend of mine. We don't talk very much anymore, but it wasn't working. It just truly wasn't working. There wasn't a day that went by, John, that I didn't say 3 words. I hate my effing, I guess it's 4 words. I hate my effing life. It's 5, whatever. I went to Garden City, Kansas high school. Math's not my strong suit. Hell, I can talk. I'm lucky there. But, you know, every day I would say, I hate my effing life. And I'd say it more than once. It was a miserable existence, exactly what you said. And it was easy to fall into that. And, you know, there was tons of alcohol in my life. There were tons of things that were leading to bad stuff, you know. Like you said, I was working for 70 hours a week. And as soon as I clocked out on Friday, I was hitting my bike and I was drinking for 48 straight hours. There wasn't something that I wasn't, you know, busting my butt to do. Look, if I'm going to do it, I want to win a prize for it. That's just the way I am. Okay. When I smoked cigarettes, I smoked more than anybody else. I wanted to win a prize for it. I smoked 3 packs a day when I quit smoking. And I smoked it for over 3 years, 3 packs a day. I look at cigarette prices now and I go, good God, thank God I'm not smoking anymore. So when I drank, I made sure I drank more than any other human being in the world. I wanted to win a prize for it. You know, that's just who I was. 1 week before this accident, I was sitting at a bar. Shocking.
Imagine that.
Yeah, right? And I was talking to a really good friend of mine. And somebody came up to me and asked me a question about a poker run, which is a biker version of an event. And so I was talking to him and telling him, you know, and just a piece of advice, if you're going to have an event, you want to make sure, and Len, you can definitely back me up on this. If you're going to have an event, you want to make sure that people walk away and go, that was different, that was cool. I'll never forget that. Because if what you do is just the same as everyone else, Do you remember that poker run? No, not really. We do so many of them, I can't remember it, you know? You want to do something that's going to make you stick out. And I talked to this individual for about 35 minutes or so. And and this person was leaving my table, and I look over at my friend, a really good friend. And he's sitting there and he's shaking his head, and I'm like going, what? You know, what? And he goes, you know, you're effing stupid. And I'm like, oh, okay, I love you too. We're going to have another beer. What? You know, it's like, the hell are you talking about? And he looked at me and he said, you hate your job. You're not happy with your life. You're good at helping people. You love helping people. Wake up. Wake up. And I looked at him and I gave him two excuses. I said, man, I don't have the time. I don't have the money. What the hell am I going to do? Folks, 1 week later, call it karma, call it God, call it whatever you want. 1 week later, I was laying in a ditch for over 7 hours with a broken skull, a busted face, and a messed up neck. So.
And your new favorite friend was a black and white putty tat.
That's, yeah. So, yeah, well, I'll tell you this, that day really made sure that I'll never, ever try to use a cactus for a pillow again. So, but, you know, it's just amazing sometimes what it takes for us to wake up. And there's sometimes it's a necessity. But you know, the one thing about it is that when you go to wake up, try not to wait for it to get this bad. Let's be proactive. Think about, what can I do today to make my life better? Is it going outside and saying hello to my neighbors? You know, taking them a soda, taking them an ice water, taking them some vegetables from your garden? Is it going to the elderly gentleman across the street and giving him a little bit of the, shut up, a little bit of the dinner that you cooked? Because you know that this individual is alone. It's nothing to you. Honest to God, it's really nothing to you except for kindness. But to them, it could mean everything. And this could be a path to where you can wake up tomorrow and realize, yeah, the world's a shit show right now, but maybe there's hope. And we need to bring that hope back up, because this is terrible right now that we can't look at each other because we can't get along. We don't have to get along. Not on everything. Hell, we don't have to get along. That's just the truth. The other truth is, it's never bad enough to where we have to hate each other. Never. Unless you let it. So stop letting it. So, Lynn, how can we help you this month? Is there anything that we can do to help you? And are you doing anything special to offer people this month?
I think the thing we all need to hear right now, astrologically, is get the rest when we need it. It's okay to take care of ourselves. It is okay to prioritize. It's okay if we have to prioritize in the moment what is not necessarily the priority in our hearts, as long as we circle back at some point. And just trust in the good things that you've already done, that they'll stick.
I love it. Is there anything that we can do to help push you?
Nothing at all. Come to Wednesday.
Come to Wednesday next Tuesday. Next Tuesday at 6 p.m. East. So, Papa John.
You know, folks, I've got two major fundraisers going on right now. One is for a foster care collective. I'm doing t-shirts. You can find the links on all over my social media. and I'm getting donating $2 from every one of those t-shirts to the Foster Care Collective to help foster families, foster children. This one will blow you away. The lady that is heading this up, in her childhood, she went through 19 different foster homes. So the old proverbial, she's now a professional, she's a coach, and she's a counselor, and she said, enough. I'm going to put my money where my mouth is and say, we need to change some of the way things happen, because these children are getting treated like pieces of meat, and they go from house to house and get sometimes treated like dirt, and we need to change that. So I'm putting my money where my mouth is. I do a life lesson. Today's Thursday life lesson. I do a life lesson twice a week. So based on my life lesson series, these t-shirts are going to be based on my life lesson series. So they're one-of-a-kind shirts, and they're developing kind of cool. So that, and then PTA, school boards, I'm going to read to some students to create some fundraisers to create some much needed funds for a PTA that we all know, that we hear the stories all the time that PTAs don't have enough money. So I'm not a normal Santa by any stretch of the means. I'm friends with Zach. I mean, what need more do I say? But you know what? It's reach out. I do custom stories for families and businesses. I did a really cool story. If you haven't heard it yet, check it out on Zach's website. It's about his buddy, his Barry, the polar bear. And it's a pretty powerful story that actually moved me a couple times enough that I had to stop recording. So if you want me to do a custom story for your polar bear, your mascot, your family, let's have a conversation. That's what it's all about.
Oh,
Mr.
thank you,
Z.
John. You were up. Oh, by the way, John, remind me to introduce you to the Lighthouse of Denver. They are actually trying to, what they're doing is they're trying to make it to where there is a breath stop for kids that are going in between like home and a foster home. They're calling it a breath stop, to where kids can take, and they're not just going from one structured place or unstructured place into a foster home, because we know how difficult that is.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
I'll introduce them to you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Mr. Z.
Thank you, Zach. Thank you, Lynn. And thank you, Santa, for just reminding me and everyone what it means to stay strong and learning the lessons of what we've been through. And Zach, or the good Z, I want to say thank you so much, and Lynn and Santa, for the accolades, talking about my web development services, and of course, showing Z World that you care. And of course, the best part, seeing the up-to-date version of the Community Pay It Forward homepage. You supported me, and all of you have supported me in ways that I can't even put into words. And Lynn, I have to just follow up what you said about getting to that frequency. You know, what you attract, like attracts like, and I couldn't agree with you more. And Santa, what you're going through to help these kids and these foster parents and children find the next best home here. And of course, with Zach, what you're doing to to ensure that all of us come to a community where we don't have to feel alone or scared or just abandoned, whether you're a veteran or a survivor of human trafficking, domestic abuse, or many other causes that we all care about. If I could just put in a plug, and I'll be very quick, and I just want to say thank you, all of you, for the kind words. I won't say but we, Z World Cares, we're grateful for all that you're doing to support our veterans, those survivors of domestic abuse, and all causes that are out there. We recently featured a nonprofit called Friends of Animals.org, which is a nonprofit that's dedicated to bring awareness of consumerism and just being friends with animals. There are people out there, and I'll be very brief, who think it's okay to poach animals just for the fun of it or torture animals for no reason and for the likes on social media. And I don't want to get into the graphics, but there are just some people who treat animals like they're just disposable, and I think it's sickening. So if you'd like to learn more about Friends of Animals, please visit www.friendsofanimals.org and let's make friends with these animals, or all animals, because if you think about it, we're all animals. I mean, just listen to this ape. But speaking of polar bears, foxes, and reindeers, we can always come together. So that was a long answer. So I just want to say thank you all for helping us stay strong in this community.
Yeah, thank you, Z. Hey, everybody, it's been a long meeting, but you know what? I think it's been a good meeting. Again, I love these conversations because these conversations are different than other networking things, because the truth is we're out here to try to help others. This isn't all about, we try not to make our meetings about me, me, me. You know, we all talk about what we do, but that's not the important thing. This is about what we can do together to make others whole. Because
And they're
we've
real.
all, yeah. And because we've all been in a situation where we haven't felt whole ourselves. Almost everybody has been in that situation. Our stories can help lift people. So please remember to never shut up, because your story can help, and silence has never helped anyone. Make sure you love someone out there, because someone out here loves you. My name is Zach. For Mr. Z, for Lynn Cebulski, and Santa Papa John, or as I call him, Popa John. Jesus.
Did you point that out to the kids?
No, not yet. But I can't believe that it's been there that long and we've missed it. On his profile, Z, we had him under Popa, Popa, Popa John, and it's been there the whole damn time. So, yeah. But Popa. So anyway, please love somebody out there, because somebody out there loves you. And remember, if you're not helping someone, you're hurting everyone. No one ever has to walk these lonely, messed up roads alone when we all come together. Join us again next month on the, and I should have been more prepared for this, on the September 10th at 6 p.m. East for family networking. Until then, thank you all. Love you all. Good night.
Good night.
Every day, someone in our community is facing a challenge they shouldn't have to face alone. Your business can change that. When you join the Community Pay It Forward family, your kindness becomes action, and your sales becomes hope. For as little as $20 a month, you help guide families, nonprofits, and neighbors from crisis to stability. One small step, one powerful mission, one community coming together. Join the family today. Visit the website or scan the code and become a business where people can shop with purpose and support with heart.
So that was family networking. It happened on last Thursday. And like I said, we try to have some serious conversation about ways that we can get in there and help other people. That's one of the biggest differences that we make. I like to consider family networking to be more about we and the effect we can have on others than anything to do with me. I want it to be more about the we. Please scan my QR code up here. Best way to get a hold of me, that is my card, my digital business card, all my information's on there. Please like, share, subscribe this video. We need your help. Join the family. Show some gratitude, folks. It is Gratitude in Motion Day. Make sure you're doing something active. Remember, no one ever has to go it alone when we all come together. We'll see you on Tuesday night with Lynn's Day. Tomorrow night, 8 p.m. East.